everyone, and welcome to our academic discussion. Today, we will explore a very relevant topic, the influence of social media algorithm on youth mental health. We are joined by a special speaker who is a well-known professional in this field. She will share her perspective on this issue. Then a questioner will offer follow-up talk and question. Let's begin with our speaker.
Thank you very much. I'm grateful for the opportunity. To begin, social media algorithms are designed to maximize user engagement by showing us content we're most likely to interact with. While this seems efficient, it often creates digital echo chambers that limit diverse perspectives and trap users in emotionally repetitive content cycles. So, for many young users, this leads to constant comparison, unrealistic expectations, and growing insecurities. Mental health professionals have noticed spikes in anxiety and depressive symptoms, especially among teenagers, linked to passive scrolling and algorithm reinforced content loops. In simple terms, algorithms don't just shape content, they also shape emotional landscapes.
That already paints a concerning picture. Could you break down the emotional impact these patterns have on us, especially teenagers and young adults who are still going through impressionable years of their life?
Yes, of course. So the algorithm learns from behavior. If you engage with sad, dramatic, or shocking posts, it feeds you more of the same. Over time, that shapes your emotional baseline. One common behavior that has raised concern all around the world is doom scrolling, where people consume endless negative content without realizing it. This can lead to emotional burnout, numbness, anxiety, and even depressive symptoms. If your FYP shows content related to anger, insecurity, or sadness consistently, your brain begins to normalize those emotions. And without self awareness, that becomes a default mental state.
So that's why it doesn't feel like manipulation. It just feels like this is how the world is, doesn't it? That's exactly why digital mindfulness is so important, right, Miss Hanifah? It's not just what you consume, but how often and what emotional pattern you reinforce.
Absolutely. I'm glad I was able to give you a clear understanding, Miss Lily.
Thank you for insightful answer, Ms. Hanifa. You clearly highlighted both the psychological and behavioral dimension of this topic. It's clear that algorithm driving constant impact not just what we see, but how we feel and how we live. Now, I'd like to open a Q&A session. Our questioner may now raise questions based on the idea that have been presented.
I would like to ask a question, please. First of all, hello everyone. My name is Irma. Before I ask my question, I just want to say that this topic hits really close to home. Like most of people my age use social media a lot. I used to think that I was just browsing, but I noticed that on some days I do feel drained or continuously irritated, and I could not even figure out why. One day I came across an article about doom scrolling and how algorithms push emotionally intense content. It was like everything I had experienced finally clicked and gave me clarity about what I'd been feeling. So, my first question is, can we truly blame the algorithms alone? Is not user behavior just as responsible, and should not we also be promoting more digital self-discipline?
I appreciate the relatable and eye-opening question, Ms. Irma. You may now advance with the answer, Ms. Hanifa.
That's a very valid point, Miss Irma, and I appreciate your insight. So, yes, users do play a role in shaping their experiences, But we must also acknowledge that many platforms are designed to override self control. These platforms are optimized to capture attention and not protect mental health. They don't care about our mental health. That's the least of their concerns. So while education helps, but without ethical design, it's an uneven battle.
I see. That's make a lot of sense. I also seen studies that say the first few videos we see in the morning can affect our mood for the entire day. I definitely felt that before. Actually, I actually did not realize doom scrolling was that common, or that it could reprogram how we feel daily. You mentioned that self-awareness, right? So I'm assuming you must have fantastic self-awareness yourself. My next question is, how can someone break that habit, especially if they don't ever realize they are stuck in it?
Okay, very interesting. So, first of all, thank you for your kind words, Miss Irma. And that was a wonderful question. So, the first step, as you already mentioned, is self awareness. Realizing that your mood is being shaped by what you consume. One tip in particular is practicing content audits. So, what is that? Take 5 minutes to reflect on the last 10 posts you saw. Were they uplifting, stressful, meaningless? If you start noticing patterns, you can begin to retrain or reset your algorithm by engaging more intentionally with positive or neutral content.
That's a very helpful tip. I tried using screen limits, but sometimes I override them when I'm anxious or bored. It feels like this habit of mine is stronger than my own decision.
Don't worry, that's a very common concern. That's something many people face. So, another technique is setting time blocks for intentional use instead of impulsive scrolling. Also, customize your feed. Follow accounts that make you feel grounded or inspired. That way, little by little, your algorithm and mindset will shift.
I got it. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to answer my lingering question patiently and thoroughly. I really admire your work and dedication, Miss Hanifah. I truly hope that I can grow into someone as inspiring as you one day. Once again, thank you so much.
Thank you for the thoughtful answer, Miss Hanifa, and the heartwarming statement for Miss Irma. Now we will be closing this academic discussion. Thank you so much to our speaker, Miss Hanifa, and our questioner, Miss Irma. This has been an incredible thought-provoking discussion, reminding us that while algorithms are invisible, the effects on our mental health are very real. As users, creators, and educators, we must stay aware, intentional, and advocate for healthier online space. Thank you all for your participation.